Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's see. What is my low, my high, my act of kindness? Well, I guess in terms of my NFL picks, worst case scenario did wind up being the case. And since the 49ers won, that makes all my picks 8-8. Because I thought the Rams were going to win. So, man, it's so weird. For the most part, the 49ers really do have the Rams' number. It really does go to show that last year's NFC Championship really could have gone either way. So there you go. Let's see. So I wanted to be wrong about that, but I still got to spend the evening with my folks, and we watched a little bit of the game, and we watched a little bit of The Voice too. So that was my high. And my act of kindness was, straight up for yesterday, we just had leftovers for dinner, so we just had leftover vegetable beef stew. So, we had that for dinner, and it was good. All in all, it was a pretty solid evening, all things considered. Now, I don't even know where to really begin with this. The 49ers handily won that game last night, which kind of makes me think that the Rams really aren't the team they were a year ago. I don't know. But, unfortunately, we're in that time of year where, in spite of everything, I'm still trying. It's just going to be a bit, boring now because, we have The Voice we have NFL football, and we had The Voice, but when you're trying to flip between both channels, and considering me, because I'm visiting my folks on Monday nights, so it's relatively, I didn't get back here until 9:30 at night. It was late. I didn't really go to sleep until 11 o'clock, so if you see me yawn during this video, now you know why. But that wasn't to say that I didn't have a nice time. I had a great time with my folks. I really did. And, as I said before, watching The Voice is great if you like watching the blind auditions. Those things are a hoot and a half. Although, I will admit, you see some really interesting people do, the blind auditions. Not just the actual contestants, but, their family members, too. And so I'm watching The Voice with my mom last night, right? And listen, I know just as well as anyone that no matter how good looking you are, eventually it's going to fade away. And you really can either do something about it, or you can just, accept that and, even if you may not look great on the outside, you can still feel good on the inside because you're sticking with who you are. I say this because, oh my God, there was this one contestant who went with her mom, and let's just say this contestant's mom got some work done. I swear there was one shot of this woman where that's not a human being. That looked like a fish. If you don't know what I'm talking about, one surgery people, especially women, like to do to look young is something called Botox. Fun fact, it was actually originally supposed to be used as a cure for cerebral palsy. Of course, then people thought, hey, maybe it makes people look better, so they stuck with that. That's actually true, by the way. So, basically, if you have, wrinkles on your face, and, you get Botox, it's supposed to, get rid of the wrinkles, but you have, no expression whatsoever. And it And for the most part, it really doesn't do you justice. And it always bothers me too, like, how bad do you think you were really going to look when you got older? That you really thought, hey, let's spend however many grand it is to stick a needle in your face and inject what is considered technically safe material, but questionable at the same time. And give yourself like no, seriously, can you imagine someone like me having Botox? I have like no expression. I'll be like, actually, like, it would not look very good. I mean, don't misunderstand me. Some women, some people, it probably sounds like I single out women. Yes, a lot of women do that, but that's not to say men don't do it either. So, from now on, say a lot of people, there are people that really do need Botox, and it shows because it really doesn't do you justice. Like you have like a lot of like wrinkly skin, stuff like that, and I mean, it's really just the sort of thing where if you really do feel that insecure and you really don't think there's any way to fix it, okay. I mean, the thing about Botox, also from what I hear, it's not permanent either. Unless you take like really good care of it. And I mean, here's the thing, I think Botox does wear off, but depending on how well you take care of yourself, like, you won't go like drastically back to the way you were before, I think. I think that's how it works. Although, that being said, I mean, you guys have been watching me for like, since, well, it'll be coming out in 5 years now. So, you've seen any kind of any changes that you've seen me ever make, you were there for. So needless to say, anything like plastic, well, I have gotten plastic surgery before, and I have told that story before, but I'll save that for another day. I'm never getting Botox. I am just never getting Botox. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all want to look nice. I know I want to look nice. But Botox? No. There's better ways to go about doing it than that. And that's just not my style. I mean, here's the thing. I mentioned this girl's mom. There was like one shot that really looked horrible. Like, my mom and I looked at each other as we saw it. We're like, oh my God. And then, like, thankfully, thanks to like editing and stuff like that, and there was like multiple shots of this woman. There were shots that did her better, in terms of how she looked. Like, she looked nicer in some other shots than others. But man, you can tell right away, like, that woman got work done. I'm not gonna say who the funny thing is, the character's name is the contestant's name is actually really easy to remember. I'm not gonna say who it was though, but if you're a fan of The Voice, like, you know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for this week's Hot Ones guest, because I will be honest, I have no idea who this person is. Like, at all. Like, at all. Oh, I didn't. I mean, I did look up this person a little. For those of you who don't know, this week's Hot Ones guest is going to be Cudi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Like, the word kid spelled exactly the way you know it is. Cudi spelled C-U-D-I. I think it's Cudi. Watch. With my luck, it's probably going to be Kid Cudi or something. Which, funny. That sounds like a name I probably would have come up with back in the day. But it's not. So I actually looked up who Kid Cudi is. I'm just going to use it interchangeably from now on. And he's a rapper, singer, and songwriter. Okay. I also noticed that he worked with a lot of big names. like Jay-Z, Eminem, Ariana Grande, Michael Bolton, just to name a few. So this fella has a bit of a pedigree. I mean, I'll be honest, I have like no idea what music. I mean, watch. I really have no idea what music he does now, but eventually, like, well, to be honest, I'm gonna look up some of his music after I'm done recording this. But then, like, oh, he did that song. Okay, I know who he is now. Watch, it's gonna happen. That's happened like how many times? Oh, actually, no, it didn't happen with Billie Eilish. Truth be told, I had no idea who Billie Eilish was until after our episode of Hot Ones. And, you know, I did look up some of her music and I'm like, wow, Billie Eilish is really, really good. I mean, honestly, when I first heard Billie Eilish, I mean, at this point, Bad Guy is probably her best song, her most popular song. But if I'm picking my favorite song from hers, that's tough. I Don't Want to Be You Anymore, that's a good one. Bellyache, that's good too. You Should See Me in the Crown. That sounds like, how do I phrase it? Like, pardon the language. That sounds, You Should See Me in the Crown is like the most badass version of the song that she has. But, and maybe this is just by design, but I think Ocean Eyes is probably her best song. To me, anyway. Especially if, like, you don't know who she is. I think, because Ocean Eyes is, I think, like, the first song she recorded. And, actually, I don't know if it's her best. I don't know. I gotta really think that over. I mean, Bad Guy is easily her most popular, for sure. But Ocean Eyes really does sound like that song where, like, hi, I'm Billie Eilish. You don't know me, but you're gonna get to know me, and you get to know how my music works. Listen to this song and see what you think. That's what Ocean Eyes sounds like, and I mean that in a good way. Like, it's a good introductory song to, you know, who Billie Eilish is. I mean, lots of artists have that kind of song. Like for I would say for Eminem, it would be Lose Yourself. For the Backstreet Boys, I would say, I mean, I Want It That Way for sure is easily the most popular song, but As Long As You Love Me was the song that made them famous. Let's see, what's another example? Unfortunately, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of a bunch of one-hit wonders. Like, well, actually not one-hit wonders. I shouldn't say that. Hey Ya, or Sorry Miss Jackson. That'd be great for Outkast. Yeah, Outkast is awesome. Plus, I think one of my favorite things about Outkast is that Andre 3000 got a shout out from Eminem, and probably my favorite Eminem song, which is Till I Collapse. Seriously, like, if you're in, like, competition of any kind, especially, like, things that involve contact sports like wrestling, Till I Collapse is, like, the perfect Eminem song for you to listen to. It's also really great for if you're about to do, like, a race or a 5K or something like that. That works, too. Although, for being honest, because the Wine Glass Marathon was just this past weekend, and for anyone who listens to music for those long races, I really don't think you're going to find a better band than Dragon Force to listen to. Because, yeah, their songs are going to be kind of long. And if you're not a fan of, like, rock and roll and guitar riffs, it's probably not going to be for you. But if you give it a chance, like, that sort of very fast tempo that Dragon Force does, like, it works to it keeps you motivated to run. I mean, lots of songs have done that. Lots of bands have done that for me. You know, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Twisted Sister. A little bit of Queen, Kiss. I really could go on and on to the songs I've listened to. Wow, I've talked about like every other, and see, that's how little I know about Kid Cudi. Like, I know about like all these other people, but I don't know who he is. So, I'm gonna see if I can look some stuff up between now and tomorrow. So, in terms of what the plan is for today, well, I got good news and bad news regarding Cuca Lake. The good news is I was wrong and we're not closing Wednesday. The bad news is we're going to try and close today. But there is more good news. I will be going to Cuca Lake today to help my dad close up. That should be nice. You know, one last hurrah at Cuca Lake. That should be fun. I've got no problem with that. I mean, there really isn't much left to do. I mean, we got to take the jet ski lift out of the water. My father has to take his boat back. I think there was something else too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm sure it'll come to me later. So, I got a bit of a busy day ahead of me. But, honestly, oh, darn it! I completely forgot. Yesterday was Mean Girls Day. Oh no, I completely forgot. I forgot to say that yesterday was Mean Girls Day. So you know what? I have one last thing to add to my high. And MTV was showing Mean Girls on repeat yesterday. It was awesome. Love me some Mean Girls. Mean Girls. I mean, I love watching Mean Girls, but it's on my bucket list to like get a whole bunch of lady friends who love Mean Girls too and just watch it like that. Because I'm sure that would be like the most perfect experience ever. Think of like a Hocus Pocus party, only it wouldn't be Halloween related. Although there is a Halloween party in Mean Girls. That happens. Mean Girls is such a good show. Movie. Mean Girls is such a good movie. So I hope everyone had a happy Mean Girls Day yesterday. I did. And I remembered it. I remembered it was October 3rd. So next year, I'm going to try and be a little more diligent in remembering, actually. Next year, October 3rd, should be a Tuesday. So I really should do a better job being able to remember it. Oh well. I got a year to plan, though. So I'm not in that much of a hurry. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and follow me on the social media platforms on YouTube. I'm very humble in this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy our video. We'll be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, we're going to be here to lend you know. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.